Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jason from Straight Edge Knives. Got another video for you today. And this one, guys, another Fobos knife. And this is the Fobos Cacula. I hope I'm saying that right. I think it could be said Cacula or Cacula. I've heard Eric say Cacula, so that's what I'm going to go with. Guys, this is a really cool EDC style. It'd be a larger EDC style blade, if you will. But guys, this thing was designed for self-defense purposes. I mean, it was designed to help get you out of a bad situation. And we're going to see if it can do that. We're going to take a look at this bad boy. Let's open this up. So nice Fobos box here. Open it up. Kind of like the Tier 1 BC. It has this nice foam insert. You got your sheath here. Nice Kydex sheath. There is a leather sheath option available for this knife as well. You get a little can of Wicked Wax to help, protect your blade. You got some stickers in here, some Fobos stickers. And you got this like kind of warranty information type card in there as well. So kind of the same stuff that came with the Tier 1 BC. But let's get this blade out. That's what we want to see. Now, guys, this blade is gorgeous. I mean, this thing is gorgeous. This is the Cacula Matte MNA Black. I'm not sure what the... Guys, this is like a beautiful light brown, light tan G10 material with black liners. Oh my gosh, this blade is just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. I'll bring the camera around here and give you guys a up close view of this thing, but this thing is just, it feels so nice in the hand. It's a light blade. The jimping on this thing is just perfect. It feels great. It's not overly aggressive. It's not under aggressive, if you will. I mean, check that out. You got this, jimping here. You have some smaller jimping here in the finger choil area, and then you have some on the back towards the end for like if you have to come in on a reverse grip. You can put your thumb right there on the back. Got some jimping there. This thing just feels really nice. Came with a really nice Kydex sheath. The retention on this thing is very nice. Locks in, nice positive lockup. There's like no rattle in the sheath, very secure. You have a thumb ramp that's sort of built in here that you can easily just kind of put your thumb on there and pop the blade out if you need to. Got a belt loop dangler, if you will. And you can switch this to set it up for left or right-handed carry. Again, there is a leather sheath option available on Fobos website. It's a beautiful leather sheath. I've seen them in person. Very, very nice. I just unfortunately don't have one yet to show you guys. But it's if you like leather, there is a leather option available. But talking to Eric at Blade Show West about this knife, it's designed to be a slicer and a poker. I mean, and the way your hand naturally fits in this grip, I mean, it feels bam right there. It just feels like a natural grip. I mean, I really like the way this thing looks and it feels. And then some people do ask like, hey, why is there this hole here? Well, this was originally designed to be a folder first. But folders are a little bit more complicated to make, and which there should be one coming soon from what I understand, with the same design. But this essentially would be like the opener, the thumb opener for a folder, but they carried it over to the fixed blade version, just for design feature. Aesthetics, if you will. I think it looks cool. I don't have any issue with that whatsoever. I actually like it. Kind of gives it a really cool look. But let me give you guys some specs on this knife real quick. Overall, you're looking at 9.6 inches with a blade length of 4.3. Blade thickness is 0.18. It's S35 in steel. Stonewash finish, G10 handles. 7.505 ounces with a Kydex sheath. Actually, I don't know. To me, these seem more like my Micarta handles. They could be G10. It could be a version of G10 I haven't seen before. But regardless, there's several different handle color options available. I mean, I've seen black. There's a blue, like a bluish color that I saw on DLT. There's just a lot of different combinations. So, you can definitely find what fits your need or what you like. But I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. But hey, let's get into doing some cutting and stuff, right? That's what we want to see. Want to see the knife perform. Obviously here we got some, pull hose, if you will. I mean, if you had to come in here and cut a piece of that off, I mean, yeah, cuts that no problem. I mean, that stuff is not really that hard to cut, but I still like to cut it anyway. But you had to come in here and cut it in half like that, no problem at all. And guys, this thing came wicked sharp. Like, I mean, I got bald spots on my arms still from, doing this. My wife always gets on me, but nice little bald spot. I mean, this thing came ridiculously sharp, and I believe it is, according to the box, it's a cryo tempered. So it has a 60 Rockwell hardness. So I know some of you guys like to know that. Here we got some of this nice 3/4 inch thick kind of hemp rope, if you will, or this stuff, as you guys know, is usually pretty damn tough on a blade because of the fibrous material, the kind of dirt and grit that's in it. It usually is not the best for a knife edge, but we're cutting through this no problem. Easily cut through this stuff, make piles of it. What's kind of cool with this stuff is if actually we cut it up, you can kind of, fluff it out, if you will. Actually make yourself a nice fire kindling, or tinder, if you will, which I actually need to start saving that and not throwing it away just for that reason. Here we have the yellow poly rope. Now this stuff you do not want to burn. This stuff is garbage to burn because it's got like plastic in it. But this stuff is also a pain in the butt to cut sometimes. And so I like to cut it for you guys. Oh, look at that, sliced it right off, no problem. This has got multiple hundreds and hundreds of like smaller strands. Cut right through it. That was I kind of screwed that one up. Trying to get my grip here. Sometimes I don't cut a big enough piece off so I can get a good hold of it, but easily cut through that, no problem. Or you had to come in here and, like I said, kind of do the smaller cuts. Like I said, kind of makes that mess though. But yep, you can easily cut through that stuff, no problem. Got the old catalog here, guys. We've seen this thing before, but we're gonna flip this bad boy around and we're gonna get our stab on. You know what I mean? Bam, tip, just right there, barely coming out there on that side of the book. There we go. Same thing. Tips just barely coming out right here. So easily stabs through the catalog. You had to come in here and make some little snow, make it snow or rain, as I like to call it. Come in here. If I can get my angle right here. Boom, there it goes. Look at that, making it snow. Making it snow. That stuff coming off there. So you could easily come in there, do that if you needed to. Let's I did a little slash with this on this side. So let's give this bad boy a little slash on this side just to kind of see what we got going here. Look at that. Slash right into it, no problem. Guys, at the end of the video here, we are going to be taking on the zombie chickens, just so you know. I know a lot of you guys like to see the zombie chicken, and we will be taking the zombie chicken on. But first, we're going to cut this fire hose. This is legit, straight up fire hose. It's old, used, but we're going to cut through this. This stuff is a pain in the ass to cut, guys. And we're going to check out this edge and see who does. All right, yeah, it's cutting through it nicely. I've had some other blades where I've had issues doing this, because this stuff is tough as hell. But Cacula got right into it. Come down this way. Yeah, there she goes. You guys haven't seen this. Is like double layered canvas with a rubber that's glued inside of it. Trying to do this without cutting myself. There you go. Sometimes I got to figure out a better way to grab onto this stuff, so that way I'm not running the risk of stabbing myself or cutting myself. which I've done before, guys. So there, so there it is, guys. If you had to come through and cut some of that stuff, you can do it with this for sure. Got the old extension cord here, guys. I always like cutting a piece of this off. You know, it's got the 3 pieces of copper wire in there and some extra sheathing, if you will. So I like to come in and do a nice slice there, cut a chunk off. No problem. Pretty damn clean cut. If you had to come in here and kind of do some little light choke back and chop little pieces of this off, you can. There they go flying. So you can do that no problem. This is designed to be an EDC everyday carry style blade. Again, for some self-preservation type stuff. But if you had to come in to do some wood stuff with it, you could. So first, let's do this. Borrowed this test from our boy Scab over Cardboard Cutlery, the old zip tie there. So if you had to come in here and work the edge under, you can easily pop these off. Put like Scab says, you know, putting a little pressure on that edge there. Checking it, no damage, no rolling, no chipping. You had to come in here and whittle this down to make it a little bit more of a, well, let's say you had to make a feather stick, right? So make some curls to make a fire. You can easily come in here, roll through on it. And again, this jimping makes it very nice. And actually, you can even go take your thumb up even higher onto the back, past the jimping if you wanted to. And that's actually pretty comfortable as well. But you can come in here and make some nice little fire curls, if you will, no problem. If you had to come in and make yourself a vampire spear, which kind of already have one going here, but say we wanted to make it a little bit more refined, you can easily come in here, shave off pieces, no problem. Come in here and make it a little bit more of an acute tip if you needed to. You could, like I said, choke up on it, kind of come in here, make some real nice little fire curls, get yourself a pretty acute little tip here for stabbing that vampire. There we go. Come in there, beep, give it a nice little thing. Now, this isn't a Woodcraft knife necessarily, but if you had to, like I said, make some fire curls or some shavings, you can come in here and do it with it, no problem. I mean, this knife's going to hold up just fine to whatever you needed to do. You had to do a little bit of chopping with it. Okay, this little 4x4 right here, so I'll just do about 20, 30 hits right here in this little spot right here. We're going to choke back on it and see what it could do. I mean, it's a light knife. I'm not expecting it to make some deep, gouges like that, but we're going to see what it can do. So let's do this. 30 hits real quick. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Well, I gotta say, that was actually a lot more impressive than I thought it would be. Look at that. That's actually pretty damn decent for this size knife. And felt really good. I didn't feel like it was slipping out of my hands, and I was able to kind of get those nice little whips on it. Took out some pretty good chunks. Not bad at all, guys. I like that. Let's check out. Still feels sharp, too. Let's say there was came up on a accident, somebody stuck, you had to cut the pant leg off of them to make sure that they don't have a compound fracture or something like that, right? Let's say you had to come in here, you could obviously be careful, don't cut the person, kind of pick the pants up, get a little cut started, just kind of work the blade in there and just kind of work it around their leg if you needed to, like so. Easily cutting through the pants. Had to come into this little spot right here, easily cut the pants off. Like I said, you just have to be careful that you don't accidentally cut them, make their wounds even worse. But you see how easily it slices through that pant material. You had to come in here and stab through, do a little stab slice with it. Cuts through the pants, no problem. I mean, knife was designed to be doing stuff like that, guys. So, hold on real quick. I almost forgot my brick. We're going to test out the pommel on the end of this, and then we're going to get over to the chicken, and we're going to slice and dice up that zombie chicken, guys. Stand by real quick. Whew, all right, we are back. Had to go get my brick here. This is a standard 97-cent brick at Home Depot, but we're going to give it a few whacks right here with the attitude adjuster, if you will, on the back end. See how that holds up. Should hold up fine. I don't see why it wouldn't. No problem. No problem at all. Brick has got some little chunks kind of taken out of it, but that's a damn good brick, I tell you. But check that out, guys. This was more to see if it would do anything to the end of the blade here, and nothing at all. Let me get you guys this up close look that I told you we would do. So I'm going to grab the camera here. We're going to swing around over here. Let you guys get the mug. But what you really want to see is right here. If I can get my camera angle right. Having some camera angle difficulties here, guys. All right, check it out. Like I said, it's a beautiful blade. I really, really love this handle scales. You can see the grooves that are kind of the jimping that's put in here. Very nicely done. I mean, it goes across into the handle material. You can come in here if you needed to do a little pinch crimp right here, you could. I mean, the way that's scalloped out, it pulls your index finger right into it where it needs to be. You can see that. Nice oversized lanyard hole. Again, you can see that brick didn't do any damage to the end of the blade there. That jimping there for that reverse grip, you had to flip it around. Like I said, your thumb can easily rest right here. If I can get a nice up close of the blade edge here for you guys. You can see that blade edge looking good. Got a little bit of dirt on it right there. There we go. Overall, guys, this thing is a beautiful knife. But now it is time to go and see what it can do to the chicken. So stand by. Let me get this all set up. And we're going to get to cutting up on that chicken. Zombie chicken. All right, guys, here we are. We got the whole chicken here, the whole zombie chicken hanging up here, is ready to attack. He's like, got this nice, first thing we got to do is we got to get rid of these legs. We can't have the zombie chicken chasing us down, right? So let's come in here. I'm not even going to go hard, guys. I'm just going to do a little whap. We're going to just see what we can go. Look at that. Look at that clean cut right through the bone. I even nicked this bone right here with that swing and took a little chunk there. But clean cut. That chicken leg is gone. Look at that. Nice clean cut. Now we can't let this guy fly away, right? So we're going to have to knock the whole chicken off the thing. Oh, that tore through my hook, tore through the breast meat here. So let me rehang this guy up. There we go. Now, when I actually hit that, knocked it off, I came in here, I don't know if you can see that, but cut through this bone right here, almost took the wing off. I think if it hadn't fell, I probably would have easily cut that off. I was chipping away on the bone there. guys can see that. But you know, you got this other leg, you know, you can't have a one-legged chicken running around. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Juicy coming out. Look at that. Got to get rid of this other wing. Now, let's just say you wanted to be methodical with this. You easily come in here. Got right on that bone right there. Got to have it, give that bone a little whack just to break it off. There you go. Cut through that, no problem. Now we got to get into this breast, right? Do a little backhand slash. Look at that. That clean ass cut. Opens it right up, no problem. Come in here. Let's get a little swipe on this back. Bam! Cutting through them rib bones, that spine right there. No problem. Cut that piece off. Do another little slash here. I mean, guys, look at that. Slicing off pieces, no problem. So, guys, if you had to get in and do something, fight off a zombie chicken, I think you're going to be okay. I think we're going to make it through the zombie apocalypse, the zombie chicken apocalypse. But I'm not done yet. I do have one other piece of media here I'm going to cut into. Let me get that set up real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. So what we have here is a chunk of mostly frozen. You can see the ice on there. Still pretty frozen. Some spots are a little softer than others, but this is just beef skin and fat. This is literally trimmed off a cow that was getting butchered. It's not good for eating or anything like that. It's just fat and skin. I mean, there's even some little tiny hairs on here somewhere. But essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a couple of swipes at this. Like I said, if you can tell, this is pretty frozen. Not somewhat defrosted, but not 100%. But let's see what kind of cuts we can get on here. Look at that. That went all the way through to right there. And as I said, this is kind of frozen. Look at those slices right there. I mean, didn't slice it all the way through, but I mean, that went pretty damn deep. Nice cuts there. Let's say you had to come in and stab it. You can easily come in here and do a little stabbing. Look at that. Stabbed right through it, no problem. You can see there's the tip. I'm trying to do this without hurting myself either. See there? No problem. Got to come in here, do some more slices. Again, this is partially frozen, but I'm going to try to cut it right across here. Try not to hit my metal pole. Let's see. There we go. There. Look at that. Nice clean swipe. So guys, we had to do some slicing and dicing. You had to trim up a cow out in the field for a barbecue. The Cacula could do it. There it is, guys. Cacula, a good EDC fixed blade.